Hey, it's Greg Milby, community storyteller for Kentucky's Heartland. Thanks for joining us. And I have with me one of my favorite people on the entire planet, Jerisia Lamons, Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, Director of Cultural Diversity.
Yes.
It's a perfect job for you, by the way.
You think so?
I think you are written for that job.
It took me some time to move away from my fave workforce, but now that I'm like digging into it, yeah. I can tell you I'm having some fun.
There's no doubt that you have fun when you do
know
stuff.
me.
You're a lot of energy, and I love that about you. So February is a big month and a busy month.
Yes.
You've got 3 events that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And so you've been working. I mean, what we were talking beforehand that you're like, yeah, the 3 biggest things that I could do, I'm doing them all in one month, and it's a month that's really this year. It's only 29. It's actually 29 days.
That's right.
So you get an extra day to get it all done.
Well, my 4th event may be my death.
So talk about the first event, the closest event to us.
Okay, so the closest event that we have coming up is the African American Read-In, and I am super excited about that. Like, I've been running through my head at night, like, do I want to read Tupac? Do I want to read Maya Angelou? Like, what do I want to read? So it'll be in the ECTC newly renovated library. It starts at noon, and we're hoping for some good turnout to read for students and faculty, staff, community members. Anybody can come out and read their favorite pieces that have inspired them from African American authors.
All right, so the date again and the times?
That'll be on the 18th,
Okay.
February 18th. Starts at noon in the ECTC Collier Library.
All right, and it's free.
Oh, absolutely. And there's going to be refreshments there.
Oh, you can't beat refreshments.
Listen, anytime
Not
I
Bible
do,
school Kool-Aid,
no,
though, right?
No, anytime I
Okay.
do food, we don't do pizza. We don't do hot dogs. We do like little, crudité, hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, look at that.
I'm
Crudité.
swanky now.
That is swanky. I'm telling you, I can't even spell either one of those.
Right.
But all right, so that's the first event, and all the information. By the way, if you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, make sure you go to Kentucky'sHeartland.com and check those dates out because the information is on the community calendar. But if you also go to the featured tab of the website, the information is underneath the video. And if you're watching this at Kentucky'sHeartland.com, just scroll below and you'll see all the information we're
I
talking
don't know
about.
what else they would be watching.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Hello.
we are pretty snazzy.
Yes,
aren't
we got our readers and everything.
I know. That was what we were talking about.
Let's put our
let's
readers
put our
on.
readers on. We look a lot smarter. Yeah,
Bang.
I know it.
Scholar.
I hate that. I'm in my mid 40s now, and I've never been able to see very well anyway. And I'm like, how could it get worse? Well, it did. Now I've got contacts in, and I still can't see anything close up.
I don't think it's all your fault, though. It's because look at all these little tiny things that you look at all day. And it takes
these
some
computers
focus.
and all that craziness there. So so that's the first event, and the second event.
The second event will be on February 22nd. That is our Super Saturday.
It's a change from what used to be an event.
So just to give a little background on Super Saturday, used to be called Super Sunday. Was a framework created by KCTCS, Kentucky Community and Technical College System. And it was an initiative to drive minority students to experience college, expose them to the opportunities that college can provide. So when I read about it, I said, sure, want to do it, needs to be done. Don't like working on Sundays. So let's switch it to a Saturday. So it's going to be Super Saturday. And we're going to do some different things. It's not going to be your regular type orientation. We are going to welcome these students to our campus with first class atmosphere. There'll be drawings for some good stuff. And more than anything, we're going to teach them how they can come to ECTC and not only just come, but to be successful when they get there. So we're setting them up with all the support systems that they need, that we have, both on and off campus. And it's going to be really in tune to your minority student. Because a lot of times, we minorities face barriers that may prevent our success in college. And so we want to try to tackle those obstacles and barriers before they get there and arm them with what they need.
So when somebody's coming on Super Saturday, what do they need to bring? Anything with them?
Yourself and just be open. Just that yourself. Parents are invited as well. We're going to have breakout sessions for the parents and for students. So on the breakout sessions for the students, we'll be teaching them about how do you be successful here? What if you get to this obstacle and don't just give up? Here are some support systems that you can set up now that can help you to persist and continue. Parents will learn about our new Parent Family Association that was just created, I think, back in December, maybe. And that is where parents and families of students that are at ECTC, they can learn how to help support their student in better ways. So Dr. Dell Buckles will be leading that along with Miss Pam Harper. We'll also talk about FERPA, which isn't fun, and that's, how you can't get your students' financial aid information unless they sign you on. But so we'll be talking about some of the elements that may not get touched on.
But they're still important elements.
They're very important elements. They're very important. A lot of times, when you come across something that's unknown or different, you get that fight or flight thing. So we want to conquer that right then. We want to introduce them to faces that look like theirs. You can come here, be comfortable.
So when you're talking about the students, are we talking traditional students? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
These will be high school seniors.
Okay.
So I've been communicating with all the high schools in the Hardin County area. Bring your students, bring your parents. We're going to eat. And when I say we're going to eat,
You're going to eat.
we're going to eat.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Not hors d'oeuvres.
Not even hors d'oeuvres. You're stepping it up even
No,
then.
this is from 11 to 2.
Okay.
Mama gets hungry at about 10:30. So I'm thinking hot potato bar, something, real good and filling, and so they can be down home.
Good. All right, so that's February the 22nd. And again, that information available at Kentucky'sHeartland.com. And you can also follow their Facebook page and gather some information there. So the third event, as if you won't be tired by that point, what's the third event in this trio?
5 days later, on February 27th, we are having the second annual Beacons of Light on our campus.
This is the big one.
This is the big one to me, and it's one that I really want. I'd love community support. Come out and see your local heroes be recognized for the things that they've done. I think a lot of times in Black history, we get caught up, for the month of Black history, we get caught up in, let's honor Martin Luther King, or let's think about Malcolm X. But what about the people in your local community that have fought through adversity and helped to shape the very essence of what we do in local communities? And so I just decided it was important to celebrate them.
We should. This community is loaded. Is absolutely loaded with talent.
Greg, I was almost scared to do Beacons of Light because I thought, we could get about 200 nominees. I'm just thinking of all the wonderful people that I get an opportunity to work with every day who to me have been beacons. So I was almost scared to do it, but
Yeah. So how many are selected each year?
It just depends on their submission. We have a scoring committee that scores the submission. So it just depends on, we choose the best and the brightest based on their submissions, and we score them based on past, their contributions to community, their service to their community. So we try to be fair.
The deadline passed to get somebody's name in?
Deadline's passed.
Yeah. I thought it had, but still, come out and support.
Please.
I think it's such a huge thing.
I want to get people on our campus. I want to expose people to our campus. We're not just, we don't just do gen eds at our campus. We have all kinds of things that, different diverse people could take part in. Yeah. So come to our campus and check us out.
Yeah, and you never know. You might have lunch with her or something, because she's got me hungry already.
I know, I am too.
All right, so if somebody has questions and they want to get a hold of you, can they get a hold of you?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Best way to get a hold of me, you can give me a ring-a-ding-ding, little phone call, 270-706-8841. That's my office number. You can also reach me by email. That's JLAMONS0001 at kctcs.edu.
Because you're number one.
That is. Interesting story to that number one. Let me tell you a little bit of history about ECTC. I am the only J. Lamons that has ever worked there, who has ever attended there. So the numbers that follow your name tells you how many people have enrolled and or worked there that have had your first initial in your last name.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the original.
What else did you think?
Yeah. Can't be duplicated. We know that. That's
No.
for sure. All right. Director of Cultural Diversity at Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, Jerisia Lamons. Such a beacon of light in our community. You are yourself, and we appreciate you doing all that you're doing, and I look forward to doing some more of these soon.
No, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
All right. Again, all the information at Kentucky'sHeartland.com. I'm Greg Milby, Community Storyteller, and this is Kentucky's Heartland.